This one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
Welcome back to the Haddonfield Horrors podcast, where we review horror movies and horror franchises. I'm Mark.
I'm Elian.
And today we're reviewing Weapons, released in 2025, written and directed by Zach Krieger. Elian, can you give us that plot summary?
One night, all but one of the children in a single classroom disappears simultaneously, running out of their homes to an unknown destination. The town is left reeling, and the blame initially falls on the teen, Justine.
Well, Weapons. Now, this is a movie that I saw all the hype about when it was first coming out, with the trailers, with the cast announcements. I know that Pedro Pascal was supposed to be in it. Like, this has been in the works for a good, 3 to 4 years, pre-writer's strike and actor's strike.
Pedro Pascal was in it?
He was supposed to be, actually.
I did not see him at all.
He was supposed to be the main, the dad who was going crazy looking for his son. That was supposed to be Pedro Pascal.
I would have been good if.
Yeah, but with the writer's strike and the actor's strike and his commitments to Marvel and stuff, so I knew
Fair
all
enough.
about that. So I remember seeing all the reviews and hype, oh, this movie is so good, But then I started to see the other part trickle in that was y'all really tried to gaslight me into believing this movie was good. This movie is trash. This movie is bad. I kept on seeing that stuff. And I was like, okay, so is the movie bad? Is the movie good? I was so confused. And then I watched it for the first time for this review, and oh my god, I'm so fucking confused.
Girl, yeah.
So many questions. Before we get into that, what are your thoughts? This was also your first time watching this movie, right?
This is my first time watching it, and just piggybacking what you said, so many people said this is such a good movie. I'm gonna say this just one time. It kind of reminded me of Hereditary in a sense where I was what you brought that up. I did almost fall asleep one time because the movie is it's a silent film. That's one thing I liked. It was kind of a silent film. But I was enjoying the build up of the film. I was enjoying it. It just went everywhere. Maybe halfway through, I was like, "What the fuck?" I felt some of these. It was just
For me, it was the perspective, the POV changes that started to annoy me. Like the second POV switch, I was okay with, because it went from just being Justine's POV, and then it switched to Paul's POV, I believe, and then it switched to Gladys's POV, and then it switched to Alex's POV, and I
felt it didn't need that much. It did not need
honestly, I don't think we needed Gladys's or Paul's POV. I feel like just Justine and Alex, and then you fill in with some few flashbacks. I've been okay.
No, I was like, wait, was there a POV of Gladys? I think there was a Gladys POV.
It was that when Gladys's POV is when she kills Marcus, the principal. That's her POV.
Oh, was it? Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Marcus's POV. Never mind.
Oh, was that Marcus's POV?
Yes.
I thought it was Gladys's.
No, it was Marcus's POV because it was with him and his husband. Literally, she just came out of nowhere, and then literally just goes on showing how he's attacks Justin.
Okay, I thought that was Gladys's POV because I felt
no.
So we never got Gladys's POV. She was
we got Justine, Paul, Alex, Marcus, the
and
cop.
Alex.
Yeah,
Paul is the cop.
Paul is the cop. Which one's the dad?
Dad, we didn't get the dad's POV, did we?
Yeah, we did. That was the second POV.
I thought it was Gladys,
No,
Justine, Paul, Marcus, and Alex.
no. The first one was Justine, where we see how she was getting attacked by everybody. Then it was Paul, because remember when they were doing the POV transition, someone wrote witch on her on Justine's car. However, we saw in Paul's POV, he was the one that wrote witch on it because he drove and
Okay.
was stalking her. That was the second POV.
I think
There's
I
that.
probably I missed that POV switch change. I listen,
No,
there
no,
was
you're
so
fine.
much happening in
There was
this
a lot.
movie,
There was a lot.
so much going on. And again, those constant POV switches, I would have been fine with just I would have been all fine with Justine, Paul, and actually Justine, Marcus, and Alex. And we could have told some of those other POVs through Alex POV. Like, I really didn't need all of that. And
That
I don't
is
know.
true. I will say that. The only thing I will say is that I did like the POVs only because on the previous POV I was questioning like why the fuck is this happening. The only reason why that's the only thing I liked about the POVs, like it kind of built
It
up on the whole same story,
it
like what
does
was happening before.
answer any like lingering questions you may have. I will give it
Yes.
that. They don't leave you
However,
hanging for too long.
they don't. But it was just like it was so unnecessary in a sense. Uh, for me personally, I did not need to see the. No, actually, no. I'll leave that for the scene one. I'll leave that for the scene. But like we just said, it doesn't. It allows us to understand why the lingering is there and just answer the question. But at the end of the day, this movie had so many like gaps. I'm not talking about like the movie wasn't completed. It was just like I felt like it could have went so many ways than I expected at the so many ways,
Hmm.
and I was
And
not.
there were people who died who I just didn't expect to die. I was like, I didn't think Paul was gonna die. The junkie guy, I didn't think he was gonna die. I'm just like everyone's being like taken out, and I'm so
Right.
confused by this. And here was Gladys with her bad wig, just like all up to no good. I'm This movie was all over the place. Like,
It
yes,
really was.
like I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I'm not. I'm gonna save that because I don't want to. I don't want to spoil my review. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna save that. But just know, and I will say, even though we're gonna talk about him more in the character section, that little kid, good actor, and
Oh my god, he did an
oh,
amazing job.
I knew well because I'm a fan of his anyway. Because you know me, I'm a soap opera fan, and he's actually been on one of the soap operas that I watch, and he's been on that show for about 4 years already. No,
Really?
longer because I believe he's 9 years old and he's been on that soap opera since he was five, and he just announced that he's leaving that show because
What show was it?
Days of Our Lives. He
Oh,
just
really?
he just announced that he's leaving that show because he's going to be in another movie, so he doesn't have the time. So like
Plus,
I
it's
knew
just
he,
more.
huh?
It allows him to play other roles.
Yeah, and he's a good child actor. He like for him to be like the only kid in this movie, like if he wasn't good, that whole part of the story would have failed because okay, let's move on to the scenes
Okay, okay,
and
okay.
the kills because that the scene when Alex is watching his parents stab themselves with the fork,
Um,
Stop! Stop! Dad!
God, that was so sad.
and then watching him take care of his parents, because him making sure that his parents are still eating, like him understanding my parents are stuck, but they should still like be getting fed. Like that's so
Right.
sad. And he was doing everything he could to protect his parents, and it just makes me so sad that you get to the end and you find out, but they never come back. Like they're just in, they just stuck there. Like, but another scene, that scene, I'm glad it was far away, but when Marcus got hit by the car, and then a confusing scene, like, so all those kids murdered Gladys at the end outside, and Archer just takes his son and walks away. Like, you should be
I,
alerting people.
I don't know
Like,
why that thing had me cracking up just because of the little scenes where you just see her just go in and just like go escaping and the kids just after her. I
yes.
was screaming.
Honestly, I was like, get that bitch. Like,
Get
get
that
her.
bitch.
She deserves everything y'all do to her.
Hey, question, 'cause I wasn't sure. Did they eat her? Because I don't know if I saw her
Um,
remain
I don't
small.
think they ate her. I do think they were like completely animalistic
Yeah.
mammal. Like they were just ripping her
But
a shreds. They were like pulling
it,
her,
but
tearing her, biting parts off. But I don't
can
think
we
they
talk
ate her. I
about?
don't think it was cannibal.
Okay. Can we talk about how they were just running like Naruto, or they look like the little
I
Squid Game
I
running?
but I wish they explained that though, because even when she possessed the adults, they also ran that way too. So I was just like, is that how she runs and she make them run the
I
same way?
Like, you know
Like,
what? I mean, she was running like that from the kids. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
she
So
was.
I think she just has them like they just mimic her. I don't know,
It
because it
was
was weird. I
so
thought it was
funny.
gonna be
I'm
explained,
sorry,
but
it
it
was so
wasn't.
comedic. The like the crackhead. I can't. Alex, right? No, Alex is the kid. What's the
The
crackhead's
correct.
name?
I don't remember, but he was funny. When he was
Okay,
in the car, he was like, "What the fuck? What's happening?"
yeah.
And he
Oh,
did.
his name is
Then
James.
he
Sorry,
went
sorry.
in. Yeah, then he went in. I was like, "What's happening right now? What's
Did James had
like?"
me crack up, and like oh my god, he irritated the shit out of me. But at the same time, I don't know why he made me laugh. Because he kept stealing while they were just sitting there.
Insane.
Oh my god. Those all these I literally I those are some good scenes. I think one of my it's more of like I want to know why they just got her. Like I understand it was her class. I understand that, but I'm like, why did the whole city attack her? She was
Because it's
literally a
her class.
yes. I understand it was her
All
class.
the
But
students
you
and
cannot.
only the students
Mm,
besides Alex that went missing were in her class. So I kind of get it. Like the common denominator is her. We'll get to that in the character section with
well,
Justine.
okay. Before we continue, because I'm trying to think of some scenes that I still liked. Oh my god, it was when it was what's his name? Paul is the officer, right? Hold up,
Hmm.
it was Paul. In Justine's POV. I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? In the liquor store, literally, she was trying to set a blaze on Justine. I was like, what the fuck? Who is this big titty bitch? Find out it was the wife. I was like,
The baby. The baby. It
oh,
can't be that good that you committed murder in the middle of the day.
girl,
Like,
girl.
come on now.
I'm still trying to figure out the little gun cloud. I was like, what is this? And the way that they kept emphasizing weapon, weaponized. I was like, what the fuck? There were some scenes where it was so confusing. The one, no, that one I'll leave for the character. I'll leave.
But
But yeah, let's go on.
I will say one of my final scenes is the whole scene with Michael and his husband in the kitchen.
I felt so
I
bad for them.
I
I
was
felt so
broken
fucking.
because they were
Yeah,
just trying
exactly.
to help, and then he came this crazy bitch.
You
Like,
know what? This is a sign for gay people and gay couples. Stop being so trusting and nice. Be a bitch and close the door.
Like, not all old ladies are. They're
Can we
not.
talk
They're
about that
not.
wig?
They're. Let's move on to the characters,
Okay,
and
okay,
we're gonna start with
okay.
Principal Marcus. Now, I get he was just doing his job. You know, the parents had legitimate concerns about these kids have gone missing, and they're all from Justine's class. And I'm glad that he, you know, when Justine raised her concerns, she's like, "You got to go do your motherfucking job." He did it.
He
I,
did, he did. But I'm gonna be on one. What's Paul's side? It's Marcus. Sorry,
Mhm.
because I kept saying Wong because I keep thinking about Wong from fucking the Marvel movies. I felt like I just knew he was like I knew he wanted to do his job at the time. I know Marcus was annoyed with just like he was just fucking annoyed with her.
Because she kept doing everything he told her not to do.
Yeah, we'll get to that for Justine. I have so many things to say to Justine, but for Marcus, I just like he was doing his job. I felt like all that stuff. However, I'm just like there's nothing I really can say for Marcus. Just like I felt bad for him and his husband. Like that was a fucked up way to fucking kill your own partner.
Yeah,
It was
that whole
like
sequence was very, very like, ugh.
it was really gruesome. Like I was like,
Well, let's move on to. We're gonna move. Let's move on to Officer Paul. What are your thoughts on Paul?
a hoe. He was just a hoe. Literally was literally fucking Justine on the side while he had his baby mama, and the fact that he was such a crooked ass cop, like, and he was like, what's it called? He was a germaphobe, or like, he was like, he had like this form of hypochondria because of issue with the needle, and like, I'm not saying like
No, no. The his response to the needle was
no,
actually
I
was right.
understand that, but the way that he took care of it was very bad. Because at the end, the way that they made this film, I'm sure they had medication for this stuff. So like, they were really prepared. I understand he was frustrated, and that's fine. But the second time he saw this guy, that's when I'm like, dude, you really not doing your job. On top of that, he he literally, I did not need to see that scene of them fucking, him and Justine fucking. There was no need for that. We already knew it was implied. Did not need to see that.
Well, I needed to see it because I was unsure. And that actually gave me clarification.
Girl.
Because I wasn't sure. I thought Justine was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was fucking crazy. I was not sure. I wasn't
Oh my!
sure.
I was hoping there'd be a better fight.
Well, let's move on to Archer. The main parent that we were seeing. We didn't see the other parents.
That's what
What are your
I was
thoughts
like
on
so
Archer?
confused. Why just one?
Like, did the other parents not care?
They're like, I don't give a fuck. Vacation for me. The thing for me is just like his character confused me in the sense like, yes, I understand he was a very concerned father, but I was so confused on why he kept calling Justine a witch, a witch, a witch. Because I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, and there's video evidence, like all this, like the kids leaving on their own will, but it was just more of like him calling her a witch was more of like a foreshadow. You know what I mean? Um,
I think he was just trying to
he was
point
trying
out
to,
that he thought that she did something and that somehow like she mind fucked the kids and that's why they left.
yeah, but I'm like, the way he's like, what is she teaching them? And I'm like, guessing whatever like lesson that they learn at that grade, because they made it sound like she was teaching something so absurd. Like it was not like I don't know. I felt like in the way that it was portrayed, she was like teaching some kind of some form of special education that she was the only one that was able to offer. You know what I mean? They like made her seem like she was teaching something else that was not common. But that's all I can say for the father. Uh, but I'm just like, damn, you really just took your son and left. You did.
He really did. He didn't give. He didn't give no fucks.
He like, bye, bitch. But let me tell you, when he went downstairs to the basement to find his son, and that bitch was there, I got so scared. I was like, oh. It
I
reminded me. It
jumped
reminded
out of my
me.
seat.
It reminded me of the fucking the possession of Deborah. I forgot her last name. Do you remember that one?
Yes, we actually reviewed that on this channel.
Like, yes, he looks exactly like that bitch.
She. Oh, now that you mentioned it, she did.
Yes,
Now that you
yes.
mentioned it, she does. Oh my god. For me, I got what Arthur like. He wants his son. He doesn't understand what's going on. He has all these questions. No one's answering his questions. But like, sir, you're seeing the police station, and they're like, "What do you know that we don't? Why do you think it's
Right.
her? Tell us what you think you know. All you got to do." And he couldn't think of shit. And I'm just like, "Cause you don't have shit." Like I'm trying to be sympathetic, sir, but you aren't giving any information, and I don't know what you want these
Right.
people to just be like, "Oh yeah, okay." Like no, like you have to actually give them like if you have a suspect, if you think that she did it, which again I understood because it was her fucking classroom. All of her students are gone. I got that. I supported that. All of her students are gone. Somebody tell me something. But he had nothing to give, and I'm just like, I don't know exactly what you want.
No, that's fair.
But let's move on over to Alex, the last kid standing. What are your thoughts on Alex?
Alex, I wanted to know why he was the only kid. I thought maybe he was like on a road trip. You know what I mean? I thought he was just like that kid that wasn't in the neighborhood, and that's why he wasn't caught. Um, I felt bad. Like, let me tell you, I felt so bad. He literally had to basically see his parents be in a spell, seeing his parents being abused, seeing and having to do all this for this witch who basically just was using him. He was only doing this to take care of his two parents, and it hurt my heart so much how he had to feed them and how he went out on his way to do all this stuff, and it just um but Alex did right getting that damn little stick when he ran into that little bathroom.
Oh my
And
god, when he started using the magic, I'm like, oh, bitch, you didn't fucked up. You showed him what he's
but that
supposed to do.
but I also think it's not just it's not her that's it was that fucking tree that
It was what?
the tree that where he got the stick from.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if because like if he had no idea how to use magic, was it so effective? I know he saw the whole spell and everything like that, but compared to like the witch who actually can do it, so I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the witch never really had power because like if she really had power, she wouldn't have to run through houses to get away.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I also felt sorry for him. Again, because like you said, watching him feed his parents, watching him having to take care of them, knowing that he had to feel so guilty, knowing that he was the one, and he's the reason why like his classmates are in the position that they're in. Like
No,
that
fair.
had to suck.
But
Like that
there is one thing I
had to
want to.
suck.
No, it definitely does. But one thing I will say I never thought of was how Alex was able to get these kids to be like play like be in her spell basically. I
Hmm.
would have never thought of the little cubby. I would have never thought of that.
Honestly, that's why I was like, I only really needed his POV because
No,
that
for real.
that was unexpected. I was like, how? I'm like, so she's sending him to get it, but like, how is he gonna
No,
get it?
exactly.
And then you see, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, I see what we're doing here. and it just all kind of made sense and very inventive. I liked it, and that just showed me that I didn't really need everyone else's POV. I just needed his.
No, for real. Like I just want to go back to what you said. Like, yeah, it wasn't. I still did appreciate what like the build up that it did, but it was like it was just like ugh. I can
Hmm.
admit, like it was like a love hate relationship with the POV. It was annoying. It was annoying because like the amount of POVs there was like what, 6 or 7,
There
and
were
then
way too many POVs in this movie.
yeah, but I still did appreciate it because it answered the question I. That's the only reason why I still like. It's just like it allowed no, it allowed me to understand why.
Oh, let's move on over to Justine. Now, I want to just say, yes, Justine was innocent, but she was being stupid the entire time, and
I honestly thought she was.
I 100% get why everyone would think that she had something to do with it. Like literally, you were doing. Like I get you're trying to help yourself, but you are also making yourself look incredibly guilty. And I understand why everyone thinks you did this. And
She was a stalker as fuck. I was like,
and
dude,
it doesn't
this is,
help your case
it
that you
really
are
did not.
fucking the detective. Like, calm down, woman.
Oh my god. I think for me it was just like she means well, but it, it needed a different direction because I was getting so irritated with this girl, and like I thought she was low key crazy at first because like
Hmm.
the stalking, then like how she was very rude. On top of that, just like girl, get it together.
I I felt myself going to like I feel like everyone else's POV, even her POV, made me think that she had something to do with it.
Swear to
The
God, I thought she was
only
just
the only POV that put me on her side was Alex's. I was like, oh,
yeah,
like she actually cares. Like she's only crazy because this thing happened. Like
yeah,
before all this happened, she was a normal teacher who cared about her students.
yeah. No, that is.
But post this bitch is crazy and somebody do something.
They did a look like like a psycho at first. Like they did a
She
really good
did.
job.
And she saved the kids.
That is true. I mean, technically, Alex, but
I
with one
mean,
little with
he
one little
did,
crack.
but her being persistent and like
That is yes, I will say you're right on.
so like I'll give her crazy ass that. But she wasn't helping her case. She's making herself look guilty,
First,
and I understood what everyone was trying to be like, no, Justine, but you please stop it. Stop it. And also she she kind of the reason why Marcus is dead, why Marcus and his husband are dead. It is her
oh,
fault.
that's
It's her fault.
not saying. Now you saying it's her fault.
It is. It's her fault. It's her fault.
It was her fault. It makes her.
Well, Elion, what are your thoughts on Gladys?
I want to talk about that wig.
Oh God, girl, not the wig. Ugh.
Not only did she remind me of, oh, I think her name was Deborah Logan. I think that was the movie's name.
It was. It was
She also reminded me of the redhead bitch from fucking American Horror Story Coven with that wig. All I could think was
Balenciaga. Not Balenciaga.
that's all I could think of.
Oh my God.
I don't genuinely speaking, because I was having this conversation with Zach when we were watching the film. It was like the end of it. Remember how they were saying like, their Aunt Gladys was sick, they had to, help her out, and it's been 50.
Hmm.
What if that wasn't really the aunt? What if she was just there at the right time?
Okay. I was also thinking like, is this really their aunt Glad? Like, is she actually their aunt? because I wasn't sure. And I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm not the only one because I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, is this person actually Aunt Gladys? I was not sure
No.
about that.
Yes. No, I was really trying to figure it out because he like oh, it was like I just had so many questions about this character because I was not expecting the film to go that direction at all. That caught me off
I
guard. I thought
well, see, I knew they were like they were due to like Twitter and all of that crap. I knew that there was some supernatural elements, and I knew, and I read somewhere that it's someone was like, "Oh, it's a modern day Hansel and Gretel type thing." So I kind of knew about that going in. I just didn't know the full on details, and I
yeah.
like this took me by surprise in a lot of ways, good and bad.
The one
Should
thing I
say.
was like, you know, the POVs or just like Alex's POV, it literally shows you that this it was on literally months before this. But
Mm-hmm.
another thing that I wanted to bring up was the fact that I thought she was trying to take their youth away from the kids. So
That's
I
what
was
I
confused.
was. I thought we were gonna see her as like some young woman at some point.
No, for real. But it never happens. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
and that confused. I'm like, so we're not gonna see her young, but isn't this the whole purpose of her doing this? Like, do we not get that?
No,
And we
yes.
didn't. We never got it, and I was genuinely confused. I was waiting for okay, taking it back to American Horror Story. You remember Murder House, right? The
I
first
believe so, yeah.
season with the
Yeah.
maid. How some people saw the maid as the old woman, some people saw her as the young
Oh,
woman.
yes, yes.
I was waiting for a hot young Gladys, and I'm like, okay, well, girl, now you snatched. It kind of all makes sense. It's worth it. Like, give me that. But we didn't see that, so I was
No.
confused.
That's what I was like. I was trying to figure it out because, like, is what the fuck is it? Because, like, what was she doing with these kids down there this whole fucking
It
time? Because
it
she
was
had them
for
for a
her.
minute.
It was for her youth, but like I thought. Like, does she have to have them for a long time before it starts to
That's what
work? Like,
didn't she have them for like a good few weeks.
she had them for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I just don't know. Like, it's actually quite confusing.
Fair enough. But what I can say, the ending was it was satisfactory, but in such a humorous way because I was not expecting it to be funny for
It did have
Gladys.
its
I'm like, it
moments.
was just he's like
They were
her
chasing
little.
that woman. They were chasing
I
her
was just
ass
cracking
down,
up
and
how she just went
I
into the
loved
house.
every
It was
moment.
just went to the house
And
and then
I loved
she,
how I should have mentioned this in scenes, but they were just like running after that woman. They were breaking through the windows and everything.
I swear to God.
They're like, fuck windows, fuck glass. We getting this bitch.
Fair enough. She weapon.
And
Um,
it's insane.
I know, but still, I just like we were just discussing the whole thing. I was not expecting Gladys to be the the what's it called, the antagonist. Like I was expecting something different. I didn't realize it was going to go in this direction. I thought it was going to go into like a kind of like a folklore thing or like something happened. Like I genuinely did not know that. It was just like I don't know. It was just like the amount of POVs, the amount of ways that this movie could have went, left so many openings to for other endings or on other revelations that I was not expecting this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to like with Gladys. Like I was not expecting Gladys to be like I mean the character, the antagonist at all. Gladys's character was just felt like they just added her because like I was kind of creeped out. Like I was like trying to figure out who the fuck is this ugly ass like porcelain bitch. And I was expecting something more demonic.
You know, I don't know. I just felt like it was. I didn't know if she's actually related to Alex and
That
to his
like that's what
parents, because that I don't know, something just feels. It feels like something's being left unsaid, and I don't like that. Well, with that, let's move on to the behind the scenes info and facts. Elion, can you do us the honors?
okay. Due to the 2023 Hollywood labor dispute, several actors were replaced in roles. For example, Josh Brolin replaced Pedro Pascal as Archer, and Julia Garner replaced Renata Rainsby as Justine. The way the children run off into the night was inspired by the iconic war photo, the Terror of War, also known as the Napalm. Oh, okay, okay. The time of 217 is a directed reference to the. You know what? I did see a lot of Shining references. The door that. Oh, I did not see that. Okay, it's it's the room number in the novel where Danny sees the terrifying ghost. And real life stayed in the Stanley Hotel and got the idea for the whole book. We also have some critic reactions where Rotten Tomatoes gives this film a 3%. Empire gave Weapons a 5 out of 5 star rating. Wrote the entire film, in fact, is something that shouldn't work but does. Variety's Peter DeBruy praised the film and wrote, regardless how we feel about the bittersweet ending. The Wrap gave a less positive review, finding the film's resolution a lot less frightening and a lot more pride, and it would have had Prager not invited us to the ponder more powerful possibilities for an hour before tipping. And I just wanted to add to the critics' reaction. I agree with all of these because, like, it doesn't work, but it does. Like, it's a good film. It shouldn't work.
Facts. But with that, enough about them. What about us? Do we cash or pass weapons? Leon?
You know what? I'd cash it in a sense where I would tell another person to watch it because the film is like at the end of the day, like even though it is, there are points where it was just like there's some like gaps or loopholes that just like doesn't make sense. I feel like that's what makes the movie good. So I would cash it and allow another person to go watch it and enjoy it. But I will pass on me watching it again. But I would like in the movie watch.
I get that. And for me, I would say I don't know. I pass.
Okay, okay.
I I I get what the movie was going for. I get the story. I get all of that. I just feel like it tried too hard to be something. And I don't know what that is.
I felt like I was watching three.
Yeah, it's like I'm noticing that you're trying hard,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what you're trying to do, and that's the issue. Like me noticing that you're trying hard isn't good enough if I don't actually understand what the fuck you're trying to do, which I did not. I did not understand what they were trying to do. It's just so convoluted. Like so I I again, very creative, enjoyable. I just wouldn't watch this again. And I also feel like if I'm recommending it to someone, I'm probably gonna be inclined to be like, oh, by the way, just the movie's gonna get weird, it's gonna switch POVs, but just stick in there, it'll get there. If I have to tell someone that before they watch the movie, then it's probably a movie that I shouldn't be recommending to people.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's like I don't think this is a movie that I should be recommending to people because I would have to give them like a preference or a warning to be like, by the way, this is the shit that's gonna happen in this movie.
Fair
Like
enough. I get.
yeah, so it's just like I don't want to waste my time with that. So it's just gonna be like, no, don't watch. Like, please, don't watch because I don't know. It is it horrible? No.
Confusing as
Will
hell.
will I watch it again? No.
No.
And you know what's crazy? Like I love those reaction channels on YouTube, and I love when they rewatch movies. Like I've watched reaction channels rewatch Sinners because I fucking love Sinners.
Yeah.
I've seen several reaction videos of this movie, and I haven't watched one, and I don't think I'm going to watch one because I don't recommend this. It's a pass. I'm going around in circles. I'm going around in circles, and it's just simply it's a fucking pass.
I was just saying the way that you speak about this film is the way how I feel about Hereditary. Like I
Oh no,
just
I agree with
know.
you with Hereditary. I did not like Hereditary. I passed Hereditary, so. But I don't like folk horror. But that's just me. But
No, I 100%. But this movie was just so just like Hereditary.
well, be sure to join us next week as we review Black Friday. This will help us kick off horror holiday season movie reviews. Black Friday will be the first. That's for next week. Until then, good night.
If you like this episode, please be sure to check out some from the Haddonfield Horror Cemetery, where we've covered big franchises such as Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Saw, or one-off reviews like The Blackening or Hereditary. You can follow Haddonfield Horrors on Instagram and TikTok, where the host posts updates and mini reviews. Full episodes are available on several podcasting platforms, including Spotify, as well as YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe. The Haddonfield Horrors podcast is produced by Mark Smart, Tawan Griffin, and Elian Cordova, themed by Lethal Injection, and edited by Mark Smart.
The Haddonfield Horror Podcast is a Letter to Media production.
Should we do an intro?